No. True to form, I will skip a day or whatever of putting videos out, and then I put 20 videos out in one day. This is how I work. You know, and all the YouTube videos say, you want to get the viewers, you got to be consistent. You got to go do. People always have some advice. One of the things I found with advice is advice is as valuable as the price you pay for it. If it's free, it ain't worth shit. All right. And this is free advice. So here I am living a contradiction. Well, it would seem that way. In this video, we're going to talk about evidence-based compassion, why you should avoid compassion at all costs. Now, if you're a solipsistic sadist, if you're a complete psychopathic, sadomasochistic, torturing rats type person, this is not for you, okay? This is for people like what I used to be, right? I used to be this big-hearted guy that if anybody came to me with their sob story, I would sit and listen and tilt my head to the side and go like, oh, what? I still do that because I want to connect with people. But I have learned that a lot of the stories that people tell you about their suffering, about their victimhood, about their pain and all their struggles are not my fucking problem. Never have been, never will be. And if I try to save them and try to help them and try to fix them, and they're not paying me like a shit ton of money, then I'm only doing them and myself a disservice because I am taking the glory from God. Because what I'm doing is I'm standing in between them and their success and saying, let me be a pathway for salvation for you, And it's not intentional. Like, having compassion for people doesn't mean that you're intentionally trying to stand in God's way and, do something for them that they can do for themselves or that God will do for them. But sometimes compassion, the biggest challenge with compassion is it gets in the way of your own success if you're a person who actually cares. The only time I would say that nowadays, I'm going to speak for myself, nowadays I practice what's called evidence-based compassion. I used to be the guy that every girl would come to complain about their boyfriend. And then they would complain about him to me, and then they would go back to him to experience more of the behavior, and then come back and complain to me, and then go back to him and experience more of the behavior, and come back to me and tell the story. And I would sit there and go, oh, girl, oh, no, that's so bad. I'm sorry. And I would tilt my head and listen and do all the active listening stuff that you're supposed to do when you care about people, when you've been castrated and taught to be a eunuch for women's problems. And I've learned that the best way for me to deal with people that are suffering is point them to the Savior. And I'm not meaning like point them to actually a church or something like that. I'm saying, maybe encourage them to get some therapy or listen for about 15 minutes and then say, wait a second, this sounds like a pattern. This is not a pattern that I want to be involved with, and then remove myself from that situation. We got some comments. Hello, Safia. Pianosaurus, welcome. Hey, you in Country Ball. Everybody give some love to you in Country Ball. I don't know how you do that, but just give you in Country Ball love because last chat, my connection just left, but I'm back. Thank you. This is the third one I put out. I'm putting out another one. All right, Andromeda Gaming. What's up? Welcome. Hi, BTO. Oh, hi, bro. Okay, hi, bro. Dextree and Andromeda. Yo, what's up? Thank you for joining, everyone. I'm talking about evidence-based compassion. Now, if any of you guys are like sadistic and like to torture little animals, this is not the conversation for you. If you're a solipsist, you probably don't want to be here because I'm talking about how not to be compassionate, how to break the pattern of compassion so that you can actually live a good life. It's very easy for people who have big hearts. I was one of those people that had a big heart, really loved people, really cared about them, and they would tell me their sob story, and I would listen, and not only would I lose time, but I would lose energy. And so if you're one of those people that cares a lot, have a big heart, and you want to get the courage to like stop that pattern so that you can get your time back, you can get your energy back, you can get your mind back, you can get your spirit back, continue watching. If it's not for you, then thank you for joining. Please leave a like before you leave the chat. But if you don't, I understand. I've watched a lot of these and not left likes. I try to leave likes every time because I know what it's like to be a YouTuber and not get likes and stuff like that and not get visibility. But I'm doing my part because I love this. I love this. So if you're one of those loving, big-hearted people, am I single? Yes. Yeah. So if you're one of those big-hearted people that tends to care and wants to give people love, and you really want people to feel the love that you feel is lacking in your life, this conversation is for you. Like I said, I have been kind of in that position where, someone, and this is why evidence-based, okay, Demon Slayer 561, have you heard the good news? What good news? That Jesus Christ is Lord? Yes, I've heard it, brother. Um, that's the good news, brother. He is risen. Hallelujah. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. Yes, Jesus is risen. Of course he's risen. God be praised. In this video, though, I'm talking about breaking compassion and leading Jesus to Christ because he's the only one that can save them. All right. Dex Shree, I already answered that. This time I'll answer it again. No, I'm not single. I said I was single earlier. Yes, I'm single. But not really. I mean, I keep myself open at all times until I have like 3 or 4 wives, and then I won't be open anymore because I will have filled up all the positions, and I will have a wife for every single duty that I need around my house. Like I need a wife to clean, I need a wife to cook, I need a wife to raise kids, and I need a wife to. Okay, now I know I'm talking truth because I just killed my my YouTube group. Everybody left. Good. So now I can speak truth and not be afraid that someone will report me. Even if they do, who gives a fuck? So getting back to it, evidence-based compassion. Evidence-based compassion means I'm giving compassion to people that it will truly serve. I'm giving compassion to people that will actually be benefited by my compassion. And what happens is, I think, compassion is energy, it's time, it's focus, it's awareness. Someone is suffering, someone's going through pain, they're going through some dark times, and oh, that's very sweet. I don't know if I like you, Dextree. I think I like dark hair, and I like Mediterranean features, but I can't see you. I'm a very visual person, so I have to be physically attracted. I do not want to lead you on. I don't want to give you the wrong impressions and have you just pining. I used to be addicted to longing, as a friend of mine said, addicted to longing, and I don't think that's a good place to be. So I don't know. If you're not in the United States, there's nothing I can do for you because I don't believe in long distance love. But thank you so much. I'm going to send you love in return. May God bless you, and I mean that. And may you find, if you like me, may you find a guy that looks like me or it's like me in your area that you can connect with and have a wonderful, enjoyable experience. So that's all I have to say about that. But unfortunately, not in my area. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you where I am. I'm going to keep that a secret. Let's get back to it. Thank you for the comment. I like you too. From I like that you gave me a comment. Don't take it too personally. So getting back to it, evidence-based compassion. So what happens is, and you just saw it there, like, I mean, thank you, Dextree. I wanted to make Dextree feel good. I don't know. And I took away from the discussion. So let's get back to the discussion. The thing is, what I found is that, like, there have been times when I had an objective in mind. Like, I needed to go from point A to point B, and then a friend calls, and she's distraught. And she's like, oh, my boyfriend was beating me, and I had to call the police or something like that. And then, like, instead of going from point A to point B, I stop in the middle, and then I turn around, and I go to where she is to comfort her and to console her, and she's in a pattern. She's in a pattern of domestic violence or abuse or something like that. And that lost me time. That lost me energy. Did my friend need my help? Of course she needed my help. But did she utilize my assistance? No, because she went right back to the guy and got beat the fuck up again. And I'm saying, if I was using evidence-based compassion, I would have said, wait a second, this is a pattern for her. And I would say, listen, let me say a prayer with you. Or more importantly, I would have said, you know what? I'm going to get off the phone and I'm going to pray for you. Okay? And then I would have continued on my journey from point A to point B. And I would have accomplished the thing that I wanted to accomplish for myself. And I would have been that much further along in my life path, that much further along in my journey. So that's what evidence-based compassion is about. It's about compassion is about. It's about showing compassion to people that deserve it, that are willing to utilize it, but also showing compassion to yourself and removing yourself from situations of victims where a victim is like, I'm in pain, I'm hurting, I'm suffering, I'm struggling, and just saying, hey, look, I'm not going to be a part of this. If you're hurting and struggling and suffering and you're not open to like solutions or things like that, then I'm going to love you from a distance. When you get better, call me, find me, right? And so that's what evidence-based compassion is all about. And so I don't know. Hopefully that was useful to somebody. I'm going to keep this one short. I'm going to keep it at. I'm going to do 12 minutes on this one, and then I'm gonna like, I don't know. I think I'll yeah. There we go. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, 12 minutes. We've got 27 seconds. 27 seconds to go. Well, less than that. All right. Oh, cool. Now I'm learning. Okay, now I'm learning. How do I... Okay. I don't know. Oh, 10 seconds. So that is evidence-based compassion. Very good. And out. Thank you, Doc Shri.